Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Maybe you already play Broken Ranks, maybe you're not, maybe you're just thinking. My name is Baloczi and this is the third video that I will try to answer you the question, is it worth to play Knight in Broken Ranks? And this video will be about statistics and how to play a Knight. So let's get to the video. We stopped at skills, and skills, as you can see, most of the skills of Knight are buffs. And unfortunately, I think the biggest minus, the biggest disadvantage of the game and of physical characters, and especially Knight, the sickness of Knight, I can say. I think I can sound like that in Polish. His issues is that those buffs are actually not counted, not calculated from the statistics that are basics for the physical characters. And what does it mean? Let's just point here our cursor here actually, and we can see required knowledge for level 1. Knowledge? You would say, why knowledge? Yeah, the knowledge. Look, for let's say here, required knowledge, 2 action points, 86 knowledge. What does it mean? What does it mean? This is the best. Power of Unity is the best. Required knowledge, 214 knowledge for 2 action points. This is horrible. This is a joke actually. Like, look at this, 559 knowledge. Okay, every level you will the level you increase, the requirement of knowledge will decrease. So at 140 level that I have, there is a slightly lower demand for knowledge, but still it is significant and big. How does it work? How does it look like, and why? Let's see about the tactic of Knight. Or maybe not. Maybe I will go to my Polish server, so everything will be now in Polish, but I think you will remember. Here you've got required knowledge for level 1, and those are the amount of knowledge that is needed. Statistics we've got here: strength, dexterity, power, knowledge, health points, mana and stamina, which those pictures, I think they show this perfectly. Let's go to Polish server and let's see how does it look there, because on Polish server I can actually show you a strategy that Knight uses typically in every round in a team play. So you will be able to experience this. How does it look like when you're me, basically, when you are 140 level Knight. So I can show you the picture how it looks like to build your statistics build, which is very important, so you can understand how mechanics of Knight and mechanics of Broken Ranks actually works in terms of buffs, because this is, I think, the biggest issue right now, one of the biggest issues of the game. So let's go to my Knight and I will show you the skills and the tactics. I'm in deposit, so nobody will be bothering us. Okay, let's have our tactic. I have got the skills right now. First tactic, second tactic. I've got no premium, no money right now. I'm broke, but okay. So, let's say we are in a situation that there's 5 people in a party and we've got Barbarian. What do we do with Barbarian? Do you remember? The class, there's Strength, Sacrifice, Purity Aura, and Power of Unity. Siła jedności. Okay. So, we are in a team with Barbarian. What do we do? Let's get those action points out. First is, of course, Power of Unity. 3 action points. A lot. Yeah. There's block, because we want to survive. There is protection, because we protect. Because Knight protect. He protect, he attack. But okay, Knight doesn't attack, unfortunately. And what do we do next? We give Barbarian Trance and Sacrifice to increase his chance of attacking and damage. And we've got some points to put into defense. This is the typical round with Barbarian. Look how many points you are losing just on a buffs. And here, when knowledge is coming into the picture. Knowledge, which is a statistic for magical characters, but I think this is an issue that actually it goes after physical characters since the beginning of the game. Magical characters put knowledge as their basic point, and when they are using buffs, look, on a higher level, it looks like that for a magical character. And they've got more action points, because they've got knowledge, which is their basic point. Knight have to make a decision. Power of Unity, as we remember, here would be required knowledge for a level 140. 2 action points, 120 knowledge. 1 action point, 420 knowledge. So, to have a better strategy, to use less points in your buffs, you have to invest into knowledge, which is, in my opinion, a shoot in your knee, because you are losing incredible amount of points that you could use into health, into strength, into dexterity. But let's get into let's get further into another skills. Actually, shield block, somebody realized that this system was freaking stupid for many years, and actually they corrected for a shield. 1 action point for shield, 20 knowledge, which is also a lot, and if I will develop this skill more, it's gonna be 90 points. Bullshit, it's total bullshit that Knight has to invest into knowledge that doesn't give anything for him besides mental defense, which even anyway, when Knight has 120, let's say Knight has 120 point of knowledge in PvP versus Voodoo that has 4 on 500 knowledge? What's the difference, 100 or 20? Seriously. But okay. Also protection. Protection doesn't demand a lot of knowledge, and as you can see, for 1 action point, only 15. But maxed would be already 225 on 1 action point, 135, unfortunately. And how you go because of that, you need to invest into knowledge. So developing your skills, as you can see, I've got only 20 knowledge, 25 because of Epic that has Knight that gives knowledge. There is, as you can see, Wiedza, it's WIEDZA +5. This is knowledge, and Epic of Knight gives knowledge, which is also totally absurd idea, because if you want to change your weapon, you lose this knowledge. So if I will invest points that as much as I need of knowledge, considering Epic, and I will change weapon for something else, because unfortunately Epic is not perfect weapon, and many times I have to change the weapon, this knowledge points would decrease, and my buffs would not be working on an action points that I counted. So I am losing 5 points, I have to lose 5 points of knowledge, so I am safe. When I will change the weapon, my buffs will be working on amount of action points that usually they work. As you can see, trance here, required knowledge, 2 action points, 20 knowledge, 1 action point, 220 knowledge. The conclusion is, when you are developing your knight, when you are getting experience, when your level is increasing, when you are adding points into your skills, you have to take into consideration that you will need to invest into knowledge. So your tactic doesn't have to be like that you put 2 action points into block, 2 action points into protection, and you've got totally 0 points into power of unity and, I don't know, let's say trance, because you will have 0 in defense. And this cannot be like that, because you're basically dead if the opponents will go into you. You need to have at least 1, I don't even have 1-on-1 right now, 1 at least. I've got 13 points because of Epic, usually we have 12, so even less, 1 less. So my advice, right now, Knight is a class of issues, is a class of problems every day, because I'm streaming every day on my YouTube channel, almost every day, so you can visit me and ask me in English whatever you want. I respond in English always. Not a problem for me, not an issue. Knight's issue is knowledge. A loss of points is tremendous and significant, and I will bet that you will have like 100 knowledge for sure. Unfortunately, on a higher level, fortunately, I am able to make this knowledge a little bit less, so I've got points for dexterity, for power, for health points, and it's not that horrible. But on a lower level, your knight would be, probably will be, a machine for buffs with knowledge instead of dexterity and strength. And health points are mana, because also trance decreases your mana every round. Trance decreases the mana. Let's get back to the English server just for a moment. So it's just gonna be few more minutes at the end of this video, end of the third video, which I hope I explained you some things about Knight in Broken Ranks. So we can see the conclusions just in a moment, that I will tell you last few words about this class. So coming back to English server, my Fume Knight, one more time. Knight unfortunately has to invest into magic points, into knowledge, because you want to save precious action points in a round, in a game. So you invest not only into dexterity and strength, probably 0 into strength, probably you will invest only as many points as you want, as you need, as you have to, as you are obligated to wear equipment. So you are looking on a certain rare, item that you want to possess, you want to put on your character, and probably strength you will put only as much as this item requires from you. Getting back one more time into skills, you look on your skills in terms of the knowledge that it requires for using on the points, on an action points that you are interested. If you want to be comfortable in a team, you need to put knowledge into your character. Issue, in my opinion, and something really somebody I think needs to study on this character, because as you can see, the loss of knowledge is significant. The loss of points in terms of knowledge is significant, and you will be losing points. Is a knight good character to play? Depends what do you like. If you like boring play in a team, I can tell you some pluses of a knight, of course. Pluses of a knight would be good team play, for sure, decent durability, or even maybe the best durability, but she has additional chance for avoiding attacks. Voodoo has his very powerful on a high level shield. So I'm not sure if Knight is like really clearly the most durable character, but yeah, it is durable. It is pretty durable for a lack of, unfortunately, for a lack of defense chance or attack chance, but still, pretty durable character. Cheap equipment, because level how much equipment you need to have on yourself is to get into boss, into instance, to beat something in a team is pretty not that much demanding, because the only thing Knight does is putting buffs into your team. You don't have to deal a lot of damage, which DPSs, damage dealers, Fire Mage and Barbarian, everybody demands from them the best equipment, the best buffs, everything the best on them. So Knight as this, if he only stands in team and put buffs into teammates, so equipment pretty cheap, unless you want to play solo game, which will be later. Easy in a team play, which means the only thing he does, putting buffs into teammates. So another plus, easy into team play, but minus boring into team play. You don't do anything. You basically just stand and watch. You don't have points for mighty blow to use in team unless you play in a 2 persons. You don't put trance on someone or sacrifice. But if you are in a 5 persons, it's just best to give shield block, protection and rest into defense, so you stand, you're a tank and you protect. That's all. I think that's all about pluses. A few minuses of Knight. Trash into solo play. It's just horrible into solo play, especially in low levels. Basically, you only have Mighty Blow. Calculated Strike, which, okay, is a debuff, but only for magic and ranged attackers. Trance, which, okay, gives you melee attack but still decreases your defense. Shield, but okay, you increases your durability but decreases your chance of attack, even if a stone throw. The same with Sacrifice, fine, nice damage, but still decreasing your physical resistance. Knight in a solo play, I think, is the worst character in the game. My opinion. Why? Why not Druid? Because Druid heals himself. Druid can decrease the mana usage. Druid can give himself a stamina. Druid has two types of attacking, physical and magical, mental. Druid is much better in solo play, very good in team play. I think there is no class that is worse than Knight in solo play, my opinion, from top level Knight. Difficulty of developing the skills and the statistics. I think right now Knight is the most difficult character in the game in terms of how to put skills if you walk with Barbarian, if you walk with Fire Mage. It's difficult. It's difficult to make a decisions. If you want to go maybe a little bit more into Calculated Strike or Mighty Blow, maybe you want to play something solo in a higher level, like 80 plus. In 80 plus level, there is some solo play. In Knight, it's becoming a little bit better and better, but to this 70-75 level, don't you count that you're gonna be good in solo play, and it's not gonna be easy to develop the points and statistic because of the knowledge requirement. Team build is basically putting your solo play into trash. And why? If you put points, when you are on lower level, you don't have 2 points to develop every skill. So you will go into team skills, because Knight is a team play character. So you will put points into Power of Unity, Trance, Sacrifice, Purity Aura, Shield Block and Protection. It will eat so many points that you will probably not even have points for Mighty Blow. And that knowledge will take your points from a strength and from dexterity. So team play build is killing your solo play build that is already weak because of only 1 skill for attacking and skills that are actually taking back your defense and your skill attacks. Another minus, only 1 zone of attacking, only physical zone. So in player versus player in PvP, basically Knight cannot surprise nobody. What a Knight will do in a first round? Power of Unity, Trance and 3 attacks. Power of Unity, Trance, Block, Calculated Strike. Second round, 5 blows. That's all. What Knight can do? Nothing, basically, to surprise an enemy. The last minus that I think it's gonna be worth to mention is the damage, and the creators of the game says that it's the Knight has a powerful or mighty damage. No, mighty blow is only in the name. As I just mentioned, you lose points of knowledge, you lose points into every skill that is here, and still Knight, even if you put on a maximum amount if you develop your skill in a maximum, still, in my opinion, it does not, the damage still 2-3 times weaker than Barbarian, equal or even weaker than Sheed, which is the buffer, equal or weaker than Voodoo, which should be the buffer. And Voodoo actually has a powerful damage as for the buffer. Actually, Voodoo is probably right now top 1 or top 2 class in the game, so if you wanna play Voodoo, I recommend 100%. About Knight, I wouldn't say so, as you can see. So, this movie is already, as I see on recording, 20 minutes long. I think I told you almost everything about Knight in terms of basics and skills, statistics, and how to play it. I hope I helped you with those three parts video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Please leave the thumbs up and subscribe the channel. Most of things I do is in Polish, but if I will see there is a lot of you English-speaking community, for sure I will be making more videos and maybe even live streams in English. For now, thank you for watching. This is Baloczi, and I hope see you soon. Goodbye.